The midnight margaritas.
Midnight?
What?
They make the margaritas in the middle of the night.
That is
Practical Magic.
What did you say?
The craft.
Have you been seeing all of the
Witches.
practical magic things pop up on your FYP recently?
Yes.
No.
Did you
Because
see
it's
the
like-
bridal shower one?
No.
That was cute.
They filmed it in an island in the Puget Sound very close to me.
Ooh.
So we could take a field. We could go there. We could go to Forks.
What?
This is the skin of a killer,
Twilight?
Bella.
Oh, okay. I got no dog in this fight. It's just-
It has really pretty scenery, and it's near
Oh, I know
a
it's
national
beautiful.
park.
I'm
So
good.
we
I'm
should
good to
take
see
a
the
look.
woods.
Documentary
Yeah.
about it.
It's pretty woods. I'm good for that.
It's
Pretty
pretty
woods.
wood.
There are
Great
werewolves
B-roll
out there.
content.
Native Americans.
Indigenous.
Yeah.
Just shave.
I like how you
Tough
said that
natives,
the second
redundant.
when I was like, you wouldn't be a werewolf or a vampire.
Oh, were you team Jacob or Edward? I was Jacob.
Definitely Team Edward.
I was Edward.
And as an adult, definitely Team neither of them.
Yeah.
But at the time,
But
I was
probably
very
Okay,
Jacob.
Call
but I
Lyle.
feel like Robert Pattinson has done such, like he's had such a great career outside of that.
Taylor Lautner was in a Taylor Swift music video, so,
Yeah.
you know, same.
Yeah, no, he's just Shark Boy, so
Yeah, like
I'd
let's.
say Robert Pattinson really made it out of that one better off.
He
I
does
mean,
have a baby with Suki Waterhouse.
like he
She's
was.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Do you remember the movie where he was like with
Willem Dafoe.
No.
what?
Never
He
mind,
was
continue.
Batman.
He was
No,
Batman.
I actually really liked his Batman. I thought he did a good job.
I
I
would've
think he was
loved
the best
Bruce
Bruce Wayne.
Best Bruce Wayne.
Did you ever see the
I would've
movie
loved
where
to be
it was
able
like
to
him and
see
his
it.
dad's relationship,
It
and
was
then
so
it
dope.
ends with
It was
him
so
dying
dark,
in the
it
Twin
was so
Towers
good.
on 9/11?
Oh my god, no.
Wait, what?
So there's this movie, and it's like all about him, but it's like kind of told like with a flashback, sort of, or like you don't know the time period, I guess, but it's like going and it's his story, and he's working on his relationship with his dad, and he's like falling for this girl, blah 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 blah. He's in his dad's office one morning, and then the secretary's like, he'll be right with you, blah blah blah. Cut to like his sister's school, and they're writing the date on the board, and it's September 11th,
Oh
and
my
then they pull back to
God.
show him in an office in the Twin Towers, and then it fades to black.
Wow.
Wow.
Way to
When did this
capitalize on
come
a
out?
national tragedy.
Probably like 2008 to 12.
Oh,
in
so
that
we were
time.
much more comfortable with.
I would still
But
say
it was,
no.
but it was also nothing about that was in like the publicity because it's this big twist. So you're in the theater with people who are just there to see Edward, and then you're like, what the hell just happened?
Just a good,
Just a good
wreck.
Jump scare.
And gut them. The last second, destroy them.
So we could watch that tonight.
I'll
Oh my
pass.
god.
Yeah, maybe not.
Not.
I'm not. No.
I'm in the
I'm
mood
down-
for a happy movie.
I was
Like,
like, I'm
the
down
Jumanji.
You know what we
I
should
was
watch?
like, I'm down for a giggle.
I have one that's a giggle.
Jumanji 2.
It's called Volcano, and it actually is Volcano. It's based in LA, and it has not Harrison Ford, but the one who kind of like looks like Harrison Ford.
I thought you were gonna say Volcano, the White Pass documentary.
No, Volcano is this movie. It's based in LA, and it's about like the La Brea tar pits. over
Sorry,
there.
that was my sign for segue.
I was like,
I
what a
was
like-
beautiful
I
I
was
was
getting
like,
there.
I was like, oh my gosh, touchdown.
I was getting there.
Touchdown.
I planned it.
I was
I
like,
planned
you,
it.
you said it, and I was like,
I
well,
thought she was going to
done,
the White
sister.
Island.
Why would we want
Yeah,
to
you
watch
went
a movie about
down
So the
the
reason
hole.
I think
when
that
we
you
have lived through it?
would watch it when you've lived through it. That's what we're here to talk about. We are, but I also do think we should watch Dante's Peak.
The little British Opens make me
Just want to see how
sad.
many times we can just segue this into it. You know?
Oh, Dante's Peak and Volcano. Yes, we should. It's about the La Brea tar pits.
They make me sad.
It's crazy.
What?
Volcanoes?
The tar pits.
Oh.
And also
Tar
volcanoes,
pits,
which
got
she
it.
now has
Thank
recent
you.
experience
Sorry.
with.
Very valid.
No, 'cause-
Canceled.
We're good. We're
okay,
good. We're good.
but
Okay.
I do
It's
think
much
that
better
the-
than my last performance. So
What does that even mean?
We're not gonna talk
we're
about
not gonna.
Just what happened last night?
it.
We were,
No.
no. We were making.
We're good.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay. Tell me offline, maybe.
yeah.
Um.
We'll save it for our fall series.
Verschuren stinks.
We're learning Afrikaans in case.
I know you are. Now you're just
was
talking shit about
confusing.
Lerb and I.
Just-
Unless you also learned last night.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Shame.
Shame. What is a true
Shame's a
shame,
good
though,
one.
is that your guys' experience at the Blue Lagoon was cut short. And I want to talk about it. We've sort of
Can
talked
we
about it.
just quickly also talk about yours, guys's, and y'all?
Y'all.
Y'all is just
Uh,
so much
The
easier.
links that you will go
You
to
guys,
not
to
say
not
y'all.
say y'all disgusts me.
do you know why? It's because you guys get pissy about when non-Southern people say y'all.
No,
it's
I
just
love
like
it.
the one thing that like I feel like I can actually embrace about my culture. I will stand on
Y'all.
I will die on a hill for that word.
Sweet
Yaldiv.
tea and y'all. Yaldiv? The
Yaldiv?
contraction.
Y'all oh my god.
That's
I
not
love
a
it.
thing.
It is
Yaldiv.
a thing.
Y'all come by last
Absolutely.
night if you weren't busy.
JD's favorite one is yesterday evening.
Yesterday evening is a good one in our house.
Okay, well,
Anyway.
Now that we're all
What-
talking
Derailed.
like how a river runs.
what I would like to talk to
Actually,
Great
cut that
movie.
one.
Wow.
What was that?
Really, Grandma Lerb over here.
Yeah.
We're talking where the river runs.
Did you see that movie?
I
What?
love that movie.
Not a
What
river
did you say?
runs through it. Oh my
We went there.
God! People listen to us.
Through it.
People listen to us, and we thank you for
We
it.
do.
It's
What?
still a dead story, you know. So someone dies. Anyway.
No, as the
Everybody
river runs
does.
means the water. The river's just babbling,
Oh,
and it's just going downstream, much like this
The
conversation.
other one's like bite on my butt, call me a
Biscuit.
biscuit. I hate that one. It's so stupid.
I'm
Okay,
just
I'm
cranked
gonna try
up. We
to-
haven't recorded in a while.
Did you
I'm
say
just
you're
excited.
caked up?
Cranked up? Level 10. Anyway.
Turn the hearing aids off, as well as the microphones. Earpieces on. Everybody, mic check.
Deep breath.
I'm sorry, my hearing
We're
is
actually
battery's
recording a
low.
podcast. Here we go.
Okay, but what we do want to talk about is this is kind of just like a pop-in, breaking news emergency
Aging Dr. Beat.
episode, because these three people had a very interesting experience at the Blue Lagoon recently when a volcano erupted in the first time
In
in
centuries.
we don't know when.
800
Ever.
years.
That can't be true.
I'm convinced.
I
I'll
thought
tell
it-
you, as the researcher.
We
when
probably
it's
should
time.
research
I-
when it's time. Okay.
I thought this was time.
Now is the time. I'm pretty sure. Like,
Three
that
of us
was,
knew that
like,
was the time.
like, do I need the segue? Like, that was the sign.
Okay. Hold
It's
on.
like
So LRB is
818
saying-
years.
This volcano hasn't erupted in 800 some years.
The last time these eruptions took place, in between 1210 and 1240.
Damn.
800 right there, baby.
Great job.
Thank
We should
you.
never doubt Science Girl.
No, you should often doubt me.
That's her new
Looks
name.
like Science Girl
Shark Boy, Lava Girl,
and Science
Science
Girl.
Girl.
Wait, you guys could literally be Lava Girl. You could have been Lava Girls. We're glad you're not. So,
I know, I'm always like, that would have been such a funny video. Just
to make that video? Oh my god, in the Blue Lagoon as the
Yeah.
sirens are going
Searching
off.
for my shark boy. Andrew's just standing here like this.
And then it scares JD back at home.
He's
Or
just
JD
really
wouldn't be
pissed.
mad at home.
Just stop it.
Okay,
Anyway,
circling back to the Blue Lagoon.
swimming back.
Part of the Golden Circle Drive on Iceland. We were in Reykjavik recently. I had a cool weekend. I petted a horse. I had ice cream.
It was a great time.
It was great. These three, however, had a much different experience.
It ended with a bang. Absolutely.
Wow.
75% of this podcast
Almost died.
survived death.
Almost died. They did have a brush with death.
No, and we do actually now have a group chat called Volcano Survivors.
you in it?
I am not.
I was going to say, hold on. I sense that it's not complete.
You will be inducted into the society.
It's okay.
Yeah, we just have to
I
get
don't
the
wanna
merch
be in that
first.
group chat anyway.
Well, we have 10 days left, and this is how it's going to fall apart.
I know. Sometimes there's activities that you have to pay money to join.
Here's the thing:
It's
you
an MLM.
have been invited to every event of the
That is
society.
That's true.
It's an MLM.
It is an MLM.
Are you gonna
Only
make more
Royal
volcanoes
Caribbean's making money on
explode?
this.
Like,
No.
get more people in?
But let's talk about it for reals. So
Okay. Yeah,
I
sorry.
was not there. You guys were. And set the scene. Tell us,
Who'd
what
like
was it
to...
like when you got to the Blue
I say
Lagoon?
let's start.
haven't
Yeah, let's
been-
start at the lagoon.
Blue Lagoon is famous hot spot in Iceland for the hot springs. Like, what is
yeah,
it?
and
Tell-
it's
talk about it.
gorgeous.
So we get there. How long do you think we're there before you bump into Lerb?
Oh,
We're there maybe 30 minutes, right?
yeah. I
It's
feel like
about a
that's
half
good.
hour. Andrew had just taken some photos of like the group of people in Joe and Cheryl's car. So like George, Dave, Patty, Jim and Cindy, and us. We're just taking pictures. He wants to run inside to put the camera down. During that time, we see Lerb.
Which is great because I don't see them because my glasses are off.
Were you
Oh,
just
yeah,
Hold on,
so
what's
this
the
is-
time?
fumbling?
Oh, I was just saying. I feel like we should start with like the beginning of like actually coming to the lagoon.
Oh, like how
Okay,
you drove
okay,
there.
okay.
Yeah, I
on
feel like
the
we should
bus?
start a little bit before. At least for me, like we walked in like I
Okay.
absolutely loved like the walk-in. It's like covered like volcanic rock. So it was a
Yeah.
very like nice experience, and then the water was like beautiful, and they kind of had it displayed outside. Then when you walked inside, they had like this really nice like shop, store, cafe. They have saunas. Like it's actually a very nice facility. And like we got in, got a bracelet, and that's like how you pay. It's almost like a Disney band, magic band.
When they
and then
give
you get
them
lockers
to
and
us,
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, when they give it to it, you get a locker for the day. You get a face mask and one drink
If you're cheap.
if you're cheap,
Yeah.
which we were.
I
Which
was
brings
not.
us to your experience.
Well,
please.
hold on, because when they hand us the bracelet, Andrew, what does the guy say to us?
Hey, have you heard about our recent volcanic activity? And we were like, no, please tell us. And he was like, okay, guys, well, we've had a lot of volcanoes recently. So if you hear a siren, you should run.
Time out.
Yes.
And how is it recent if they were 800 years ago?
Thank
Pause.
you.
Because for the past year, it's been going off.
But like as big as it ended up being, or like more like a little like a bubble up?
We've had
A mix.
several little.
I'm going to be honest, I don't know.
Yeah.
So if the eruption was like an earthquake, where the other one's kind of like
Well, no, we had an earthquake as well.
Did we?
Apparently, yeah.
We just didn't
really?
feel
Yeah,
it.
there was
we were in
like
the
a
lagoon.
4.4.
interesting.
I
Okay.
swear, I just had some juju, bro, before we even got there. I just know it.
Okay, you and Lur both manifesting
Yeah.
bad stuff.
So we get there, they
In
tell
two
us
very
that,
different ways.
but we're thinking it's 3 kilometers from, or for Americans, aka all of us, it's what?
It's less
Like
Less
than
than a
2.5.
month, 2 miles?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
1.8
5
from the
1.8
volcano.
miles.
So
yeah.
the Blue Lagoon is very close. But we thought that was just something they have to say because they are that close. Like, you're coming to Florida, it's hurricane season.
Hey, heads up.
Evacuate if you feel
Hurricanes.
like
Like
Yeah.
dunking in the water because there's alligators.
Right. So we're like,
Right.
they just have to
Riptide,
cover their
Watch
butts.
out. Yeah.
That's what they say, we brush it off.
Okay.
Famously dumb decision.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back to you
So-
read it, Lurb.
We were not actually scheduled to go to the Blue Lagoon. We were going to go with Royal. About a week and a half before that cruise even started, they canceled everything. So my mom was upset. She's like, I want to do the Blue Lagoon. I was like, you know, there are other lagoons, right? And she's like, this is the one I want. And
Which the other ones were very beautiful.
they're very
as well.
beautiful. But the reason the Blue Lagoon went out is they offer transportation. So you can take a bus,
Nice.
which is what we did. The bus ride was actually quite nice, very easy.
Yeah.
Are you
Public
talking about, like,
transportation everywhere is better.
16. Oh, so was it a public transportation or like private?
So what
coach?
you do is you take a partnership bus,
Okay.
and then they drop you off at a bus terminal, and then you go into a dedicated Blue Lagoon bus.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
And it's like a big coach, not like a
Yeah,
16
it's a big. No, it's like a tour bus. Yeah, it's a big
Okay.
coach.
Okay.
So we get there, lovely to walk in. We
Beautiful.
not to be like we were not cheap, but
You YOLO'd.
we did the premium, which is when you get a bathrobe.
How'd that work out for you?
Wow, spoilers.
Sorry.
More to come on that robes.
Yeah, more to come on that one. So you get like a bathrobe, you get 3 face masks and 2 drinks,
No.
and you get to cut in front of everybody for check-in.
Yeah,
So
they
it's
have
like your
they have an
pinnacle.
express line.
It's like a
yeah.
fast pass.
It's like she's pinnacle.
Yeah, pretty
Ooh.
much.
Yeah.
So
At
we
least
did that
Diamond
one mostly because I was complaining about having to book it, and my mom's like, "Fine, just book it."
Oh yeah.
We get changed, and what you actually don't know is I was hardcore complaining getting into the Blue Lagoon before I saw you. Yes,
Really?
because I was in my not favorite bathing suit, and it
No.
was very cold.
Did you not go in like the quick entry, like on the side, like the?
No, literally, when we saw
Oh.
each other was like my first steps.
Oh,
Okay,
no,
well-
we had an easy entry.
Yeah. Okay. So like, if you go in, like if you turn like immediately left, there's like this big room that's still like steamy and warm, and you like get
Yeah,
in the water there, and
because
then you
my
walk
mom
outside.
was like, oh,
We could just tease your name reveal.
yeah, really.
Yeah. I mean, I can just believe it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Easily.
My mom was like, why are you taking a full like rinse off shower before you go in? I'm
They
like,
want you
literally, they
to.
tell you, and I'm over here putting conditioner on my hair. She's like, why are you doing this? Get out, we gotta go.
I did
I'm
not
like,
condition
there
my
is
hair.
no reason to rush. So I am cold. I am wet. This is not my
See.
favorite bathing suit because it is like the thinnest bathing suit known to man that we bought in Croatia. So I'm like,
Oh, because you
Not
guys wanted to
feeling
go
it.
swimming in Dubrovnik.
we did.
No, that's
Yeah, yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
But I was like, so like,
Croatia was good.
it was not great. But then I saw my friends and it was lovely. And then we
Yes.
get into the nice.
Well, you kind of saw us.
Yeah, that's true. Mostly I
She
feel
was
Through
so
blurred
aware.
vision.
She was made aware of our presence.
Yeah, someone goes, oh man, I'm like, Hello?
Hi.
Yeah, because I think I found you after I went to go put my camera up.
I think we like.
Yeah, like that's
And then
how it
Andrew
goes.
just screams, "I found Lerb!"
Oh yeah,
And I was
that's
like, okay, there she is.
And then people came to me, which was
Okay.
nice because I couldn't come to them.
Well,
Yeah, and at that point we had already gotten like our first drinks, and it was really cool. Like, it was just like a nice chill swim up bar, and then you walked up, you tapped your bracelet, and then they poured you a drink. Like, it was
Easy
really
peasy.
really easy. And I think the mask portion was the same.
yeah,
Yeah.
I literally
didn't
just
do it,
walked
but-
up,
Put your hand out there, slap,
slap
a big
it on
s-
there.
Oh really?
Mhm.
Oh cool.
Didn't even scan.
Nice and easy.
nice.
Okay. Yeah. So that was chill.
So you guys just chilled for a while. How long were you in the water?
We
You know, like
went
before things took a turn.
No, it was fun. So we at least the guys, we kind of swam around and tried to find like the warmest
Really hot
spots.
spots.
Because that's
it's
the thing.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's not hot.
So
Like,
there's
it's,
different.
like, compared to the hot tubs on board.
Warmer.
Okay,
Well,
the
there
hot
are
spots are
pockets.
way better than any hot
Well,
tub on this
just-
ship.
just
No, that's
Yeah,
curious.
yeah, but I would say like the cold spots are like the hot tubs,
Okay.
and then you had like hot spots where it
Okay,
was
okay.
like you went and it was like, yo, like it's really warm, and we had found all the way in the very back of the pool, so like farthest from the door, we found like the silica that's the same thing that they use for the masks, basically been piled up in like this one corner.
Disgusting.
He's making this sound so much nicer than it is.
I had a pleasant time.
Well, so he comes to us
Until
and he's
the
like, I found this great hot spot
There's
and it
no
has
one
silica. We'll expect, and he's like, it's just on your feet. So I'm expecting 2 inches. It's
I
like
literally told you
knee
guys.
deep.
I
Was
said
Was
I
it
told
kind
you.
of quicksandy feeling? Like, did you feel
No,
like that was
No, it's
felt,
more like lake bottom.
silty?
Disgusting.
Yeah, but I told
Gritty.
you guys it was calf deep. Like it was
Gritty.
I'm saying it was knee deep.
No.
It was not knee deep. It was calf deep.
It felt knee deep to me.
How big are your knees?
My back got
Your
short
knees are a little low.
Maybe the impression
But
socks.
you could
New
like
merch idea. Short
fish
knees.
for cups in it, and they'll be
Yeah, that was
Yeah, it was
gross.
just like
Yeah.
totally the trash area, honestly.
But the
Yeah.
water was so warm.
So that's where we were like chilling.
Okay.
Yeah, and we
And-
sat there for a while. Just
yeah,
hung
we
out talking.
probably had about
I feel like we were in the water for almost 2 hours.
almost 2 hours.
Okay.
Like Andrew and I were actually he had gone and gotten another drink. I was debating doing another face mask, and then we're like, then it's about time to wrap up.
Yeah, because I had to leave at 9:45 because my bus was at 10:15.
Right. So
Yeah.
we were kind of chilling, and so we had actually started swimming to the face masks,
Very slowly.
and then all of a
this
sudden,
is
like,
after pause. Lerb, what were we doing?
We were doing the Too Hot to Go dance.
Perfect. As one does.
That's what.
no, you were doing it because I was pulling you, and you were doing it as like you were running on my back, like there was piggybacking you, driving you
That's
across.
true.
And
What do you say? 5 minutes before.
I'm gonna be
the
honest.
doom?
I truly wish I had gotten this on film because it would have been the funniest
Oh my God.
thing. I
Imagine the views on that video.
could have been great. I said, you know what would make this more fun? If the volcano erupted.
Lo and behold, boom diggity.
And it's like a terrifying sound.
Oh, it's so scary.
Like it's like a
Tornado siren.
scary
So-
movie. The bomb is imminent.
Yeah.
I immediately look at my watch and I'm like, okay, it's about time to get out. Maybe that's just like a quick signal that they're gonna stop and be like, hey, please exit the pool. No. Then they come on the speaker and they go, please exit the pool immediately. Be as safe as possible. Do not do
Rinse
anything
off.
rinse off. Get your dressed and go.
Does it say because of volcanic eruption?
Yes,
Yeah.
this is a volcanic eruption emergency. It was
Evacuate immediately. Be as quick as
Full-fledged.
possible.
Okay. So explain that process. Alarms are going off.
Alarms are going off. I'm immediately scared. We all kind of look at each other for
I
a
am
minute.
laughing.
She starts laughing. We're just staring at
I
each
was
other and then start hauling ass
I was so
As
excited.
fast
as
we
fast
can.
as you can. But the floor is slick.
The water is thick.
Allie's like, Andrew, we gotta go, we gotta get out.
I'm like,
And
we have to get out.
And I'm like, I'm pulling you
Yeah,
through
we
this
do
You
water.
feel like you were just like in the cartoons when they can't get traction.
It's like a
and
scary
you're
Absolutely,
movie where you
like a
just
dog.
can't run and you're like,
Yeah,
I'm
dog on
gonna
a
burn
hardwood floor.
alive.
There's also 1,300 people. So, it's not
Damn.
like we...
Quick, can run.
Yeah.
And we were as far away from the door as possible.
Yes.
We're watching all these people running inside,
And
and
we're
we're
like,
still
"Oh
halfway
my
through the
God."
pool.
All I'm going is, my mom is gonna be
right.
pissed.
And I'm like,
Like,
tried to pull my mom.
yes, well, we keep looking back because I'm like, Lerb, oh my God, Lerb can't see. Just staring, and we're like, we're gonna die.
That's why my video was so zoomed in. I was,
It was-
using it.
Joe, who told me beforehand, don't worry, there's no way this is happening. They
Because
just
why
gotta
were
let
you
be aware.
concerned?
Well, first of all, Joe, as soon as the volcano erupts, Joe goes, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Because 2 days prior, Angie, LRB, and I decide we're going to watch this thing that he told me about, which was the Royal Caribbean excursion to White Island in New Zealand, where they knew there was activity in the area but didn't stop the tours. And many people died. Like, it was horrible.
Boiled to death by
Boiled
steam.
to death by the steam. So we watched this and we're crying. Like, it's emotional. It's scary.
And that island is still closed.
That
to
island is still
tourists.
closed. Fun fact, it erupted the same day that the Blue Lagoon one erupted.
Probably on the same tectonic
That's
plate.
really weird.
Could they be?
Yeah.
Yeah, at least affected, yeah. Well,
Maybe
that was,
not.
no, that's on the Pacific
that's
plate.
the Pacific. I'm
And
thinking
this is North
Atlantic.
American,
Obviously, there's some spooky dooky stuff going on.
Sure.
clearly.
The different lava tunnels with all the giant monsters in it.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're going off. You're trying to.
Oh, yeah, so now
run-
we're exiting the pool.
Yes, you're exiting the pool, going into this.
This
changing
poor
rooms.
worker is throwing towels at people, going, dry off as quick as possible. Change as fast as possible.
Be
Do not
safe.
shower. Get out.
I go to grab my robes. Someone has took them.
Take that, Richie Rich.
My favorite part is that you got it on film.
Yeah.
Yes, the siren's going off and her mom's going, my robe! And you can hear Lerb go, Mom!
We were the last one, so to my credit, I just said, take someone else's.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
that point, it didn't matter.
To my mom's credit, she was not the person arguing with the security guard
on.
as the guard is trying to get you to leave, going, somebody took my robes. I want a refund.
That's ridiculous.
Wow.
It's not that
Absolutely
serious.
ridiculous.
Okay.
So we go into the locker rooms. There are people standing there at the shower, opening showers, going, get out.
Yeah,
You don't need to
because-
be doing this. You need
Yeah.
to
Well,
change
Because there
and
were
get
people
out.
inside couldn't hear the alarms, and so like some people were inside going, "What the hell's going on?"
Why is
And all of
everybody
us are like,
rushing?
"Hey, they're telling us to get out." Like, so people were trying to explain things. People were asking questions, like especially in the guys' locker room, and it was like one of those things. Like you have to change in locker rooms at times. I've always tried to be as private as possible. Like keep a shirt on, coverage, whatever. Bro, this is a legit volcano. I'm like,
Drop and trowel.
yeah, whip it out, get the pants on, because
Nah.
like, bro, we gotta go.
I'm over here waiting for the
And
changing room.
No,
because I'm like,
no,
I can't do
no
it.
way.
No, I'm getting stuff on, and I'm
So-
talking to this dude, and he's like, "Hey, bro, nice shirt," and I'm like, "Appreciate
the
it.
time.
Where you
Because
at?"
Andrew's in a Buc-ee's t-shirt.
And I was like, "Bro, where are you from?" And he's like, "Tallahassee." I was like, "Hell yeah!" I was like, "This is some Florida energy right here," and he was like, "Right here, I love it." So we were like hyping each other up. Me and this dude from Tallahassee.
Shout out
If
to
you're
him.
listening, and I know
bro.
that you are. Just kidding. Obviously, it's a
okay.
joke. Yeah,
And
no.
if it's
So we're just hanging out.
vile, about to
In-
die and stuff.
The women's locker room, I am having almost a full nervous breakdown in the changing room because, you're soaking wet. My bathing suit's off. I'm trying to shove my foot through leggings. And it was not working because I'm soaking wet. And I, at this point, had already really wanted to throw up and, fully cry and be like, I knew we were going to die on this trip. And then I'm like, I'm fully stopped with it, maybe on my calf. And I'm like, I'm going to sit down and cry. And then Jiminy Cricket kicks in and goes, bitch, put your pants on or you're burning to death in your underwear. And I was like, oh my God. So frantically getting dressed, running out in my Crocs because socks were just not happening. And then they wanted everybody, when we were going into the locker room before all of this, people were trying to leave with their wristbands and they're like, sir, you really need to turn your wristband in. But they're telling us, keep the wristband, souvenir, get to the parking lot, go.
I was really
and we're
sad I
like,
didn't keep mine.
"Dang."
Yeah, I
Did you
didn't
take
keep
it off and
mine.
throw
I
it?
did.
Oh,
I
no,
gave it
I
back,
kept
too.
it. I kept
Oh,
it.
Allie's the
But
only.
me and my mom were like, we should have kept it.
Yeah.
Life and
Yeah.
death.
I know.
Well,
okay,
while
so
I was
you're-
waiting on you, I was
yeah.
filming.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andrew pulls out his phone and decides, oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's happening.
And the whole video, I believe, went viral really just because I was in a Buc-ee's t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yep. Has Bucky's reached out?
No,
Big
and
as-
I'm
I tagged
genuinely
Buc-ee's.
disappointed. I feel like I'm a
Yeah.
great representative for them. I would embrace them very proudly, and I'm kind of disappointed that nothing's happened at this point.
Because we've been, we need to let Lerb catch up until getting out of the...
So,
Yeah,
let me
sorry.
take this. Well, everyone else is speedy getting out. we are arguably the last ones who
oh
leave.
my God.
Like you were the last two people out.
Yeah, actually we will, which is why I didn't get to make a fun video. No, that's not. The reason I didn't get to make a video is because I got stuck in my compression socks.
Like what part of your brain thought, you know what?
Compression
I need the
socks.
compression socks.
More
right
than my
now.
right now.
The part of me that went, ew, waddle shoes? like walking in wet water shoes.
Okay.
I was like, brother, not
No,
happy.
you're psychotic.
So,
Or
no,
just
you want to
slip
hear
down my
the
shoes without socks.
Yeah.
You want to know the true psychotic? I'm dressed. I'm fully dressed. I'm waiting for my mom to use the restroom, and I'm like, let me try putting on a sock. So I'm here trying to put the sock on as this woman is arguing with me to get out. I'm like, my mom's in there. I
I'm
have
not
to pee,
leaving.
and I only have a sock on. Not my brightest moment. I will be honest.
It really wasn't.
Okay.
But
Sorry.
then we get in, we have our shoes in a bag, and we just start, politely, fast-paced walking.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say probably still the speed of a slow turtle.
Really, they weren't bothered.
How was...
Which is funny because they were bothered when we got into the parking lot. And then they were like, you gotta go.
I think they were
Well, how
bothered
was-
that you weren't bothered.
Oh. How was getting on your bus? Like, were there multiple buses and people, like, fighting and bustling to get on
So-
it? Because you all were in a car, so that's
Yeah,
different.
we had a van, so it was a little easier for us.
Yeah.
No, they had like 5 buses. By the time we got there was only 1 bus. But it was pretty much like, get in the bus, we'll leave, we'll figure out, like, the bus system once we get out. And we were actually the last bus to get out. And as we turn the corner, you can see the lava start to jump and, like, come over the little ridge.
Okay.
So somewhere I heard that there was, like, supposed to be 5 hours before the Blue Lagoon.
Yeah, definitely not.
Before it was
Maybe we should
visible.
Fact check it.
No, that's what Cheryl said the worker told her.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
know that they
Time.
said that, but if you're saying, like, maybe it doesn't feel realistic.
Well, and it could be different at different times too.
Different
She was
eruptions.
specifically speaking to the last time it
Yeah.
happened.
Well, and it was also, this particular eruption doubled in size in its first
Oh.
hour.
Yeah,
So, like,
it was much.
a very
It was very
fast.
big.
And the fish show was huge.
It was huge.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Okay, so how's the vibe on the bus? How's the vibe in the car? What's that?
So we are actually in a bus. The bus ride there took 45 minutes from the bus depot to the Blue Lagoon. The bus ride home took 2.5 hours.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah, that was a big one. And pretty much the reason why a lot of roads got closed, there was traffic. This guy was hauling
Yeah.
to get us out as well. And it's about 10% of people going like, oh, look at that, look at that. I was one of them because it's like pretty cool
This
to
was
watch.
awesome. Yeah.
Then it's another, like, I'd say probably a farm 60% people just on their phones, not even paying attention, which I find very interesting because
Yeah.
I was like plastered against this window. And then we have the good 30% of people going, Cleo, no! And making very funny
Were
jokes.
people really doing
Oh
that?
yeah. Oh,
my
no,
gosh.
Cleo, the volcano.
Solid.
It was very funny, I'm not gonna lie. But we get home, we get dropped off, we have our pizza because the saddest thing for me was I didn't get my chocolate muffin from the Blue Lagoon Cafe.
I'm so triggered every time someone says chocolate muffin now because all I can think about is the Olympics chocolate muffin.
Yeah.
It looked like one of them. I came in, this woman comes out eating it. It is stunning. It's the size of her hand. It has like chocolate icing on it. And I'm like, that's what I want. Also, I hadn't eaten since like lunch at 11 a.m. It's now 11 p.m. I am starving. So me not getting that chocolate muffin, devastating.
According to this Reddit article
Ooh, get it.
from 2019, it can reach it in as quick as 3 minutes.
Hate that.
Well, yeah.
Maybe
I mean,
it's,
it could
it's,
have been-
It's the size of a volcano.
Right, it could literally erupt right then and we all die
Yeah, I was like, it technically could erupt at the springs.
at any time.
Again, it would have been a bummer of an episode right now without you.
It just
It would've been a
Oh my
very
God.
short
Announcing your own
episode.
And
deaths.
to announce our final episode of trauma.
Oh no, I'd recast.
Oh, okay.
Who would you
Wow.
replace me with?
Oh, okay.
Good luck. Good luck, pal.
Who are
Like,
you replacing me with? Genuine question, though.
Well done,
No
Angie.
one. Thank you. No
It's
one
like
ever.
what actor do you want to play you?
Dude, I think
we'll
about
add
that
that
all
for
the time.
another
Florence Pugh.
podcast.
Yeah, I will say that's Ali's on DP. Or
Okay.
Sorry,
Leslie
refocus.
Knope.
I want Daniel Radcliffe.
I
Stop.
hate you. I hate you.
Call back.
What's that a comment?
Nothing.
Oh no, it wasn't actually. I forgot.
I was like, did I miss that?
No, I
know,
got
like,
actors mixed up in my head.
He
Sorry.
was thinking Edward
Probably.
Cullen.
I was.
Wow.
I mean, I'll take him too.
Our paths.
Yeah, sorry. Anyway,
Okay.
This is the skin of a killer.
it's getting worse and worse.
Okay, so the volcano. It could,
So
it could, in
Allie,
theory, get there in 3 minutes. So
Yes.
it is terrifying. So that was your experience getting back home, Laura. What's y'all's?
We're
Yeah, so
in the
20
parking
minutes
lot. We're the
after.
first ones back to the parking lot. And I'm trying to stop myself from all out sprinting to the van because I know I don't have the key. That's useless. And I'm going to look like a dork.
You could sit on top of it if the lava was coming.
That's true.
They do that in
The
Dawson's
floor
Creek.
is
Oh my
lava.
God.
We're gonna watch.
I don't know if I can handle that.
We'll talk
The
about your
PTSD.
emotional state, yeah.
Well, then finally Cheryl, who's one of the last ones, comes around and she sees that Joe's not there and she's like, "Where's Joe? We're about to hotwire this bitch." She was like fully ready to abandon him
Well,
and get us
her
all to
husband.
safety.
And
Yes.
but before Cheryl gets there, I look at Allie and I'm like, "Call your mom."
Yeah, which I thought, horrible idea. All I'm going to do is tell my mom, "Hey, I'm about to boil alive. Good luck. There's nothing you can do from Florida."
Hey, Mom, I'm not joking.
Hey, Mom. And I'm not joking. The volcano erupted.
That's how I feel.
That's
So-
a direct quote from
Yes.
the Netflix stuff.
It
Yeah.
is. It is.
So-
I did call my mom.
Yeah, Andrew did call his mom.
I didn't call my mom.
She was
was
there.
with you.
there.
Well, I tell Andrew, I was like, "What are you gonna do? You're just gonna scare her?" And he goes, dead ass serious. All of the like levity of the moment. He goes, "It's better than me burning to death and her never hearing my voice again."
Dear God.
I know.
We just said 3 minutes. I didn't know how serious it was.
So I just text
I'm
Mama
over here
and
struggling.
he's on the phone being like, "Mama, I love you. The volcano's erupting." And I just
Did she pick up? Did you have to leave a
Why is
voicemail?
that my voice?
Well, that is not unlike sometimes how you get.
It's not that
See?
dramatic. Not in an actual emergency. I feel that I'm very calm.
It was a real emergency.
So did your mom pick up, or did you have to leave?
She did.
Did
No,
you
she
leave
did.
like a terrible
No.
voicemail?
She did. She did.
Okay.
I was just like, well, okay. And to be honest, part of it was like I had already posted the video, and I was like, if that's the last thing that exists of me to my mother,
Oh God.
that I'm not good with that. It was like literally like if that was the last thing my mom ever heard was my TikTok being like, "It's erupting," and then I had to make sure that like there was a better let off, you know,
Oh my
just
God.
worst case scenario. And so I was like, "Hey, we should be totally fine, but the volcano is erupting." And I think everything's fine, but I
Your
just
poor
want to
mom.
call you and tell you I love you just in case. And she was like, "Okay, I love you." Like, it was a just clean, simple, we're all good. But
So I just text my mom and JD in our group chat, and I say, "Love
Wait,
y'all."
wait, let me guess. Love y'all. Ha ha, the volcano erupted. We're here.
No, literally just
love y'all.
y'all. And then JD goes, "Where are you today, Allie?" And so I sent them a picture of a couple hours earlier at these beautiful waterfalls. I was like, "In Iceland, it's amazing." And then I separately text, "It's lit."
There it is.
Then I text JD separately and said, "Hey, I really don't want to freak Mama out, but we're being emergency evacuated because the volcano is erupting." And he was just like, "That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Why would you even choose to go to a geothermal spring
Because you don't know when it's
warmed
going to
by a
erupt.
volcano?" And I'm like,
I'm gonna die
if
somehow.
you say that you
So-
wouldn't go do that,
You're done.
you're lying.
I wonder.
Also, everyone kept ripping us online for being like, "The Blue Lagoon is such a tourist trap." It was $100. I got a drink, a face mask,
I
nice
loved it.
facilities,
And a life experience.
and I had a great time with my friends.
And some millions of views online.
Millions of views, boys, millions.
Okay. Speaking of your millions of views, which is just not, however, I should say that ever.
Segway.
like, we'll do it tomorrow.
Yes.
For those who are listening, there's a Segway tour that we all have booked for
Angie
tomorrow.
has bullied us for 8 months
So
to do a
sad.
Segway tour.
Only like
Put it on the record.
It-
Allie's
that
the
has
only
literally-
one who doesn't want to go.
That is true. And also,
LRB
there's
is
no it's been
excited. Also what?
There's no it's been 8 months.
No, it's been like 2.
She's been petitioning for maybe 2.
I think
about
it's been
8
2.
months.
When we got to like Europe, and I was like,
Segway tours.
so using that segue that we're going to be on in Halifax to steer us. So you talked about your videos and how you couldn't see in yours. God bless.
Oh, man.
At what point did you get your glasses back on?
After my compression sock.
Are you serious?
Laura,
After your compression
They probably would have helped
socks?
the whole process.
Yeah.
You
What
think
is
it would have
wrong
helped to
with
put on
you?
socks with
I can
eyeballs
see
in?
my feet.
Okay.
I have. Okay, if I have my glasses off, I can't see.
Yeah, okay.
I can
Bad
see my
call.
feet.
Okay, but you got lots of views, which we
My
love.
glasses will also daughter.
It was great for the program.
Great
honestly.
for all that. What was people's reaction? What happened?
The
You all
initial-
besides you all becoming little stars.
It was cute. We got like 15 minutes of fame.
How was what?
How was like the internet response?
Oh,
Bucky's, obviously, it was the
Bucky's
initial.
got tagged so many times because Andrew's first video was in the Bucky's
It's
t-shirt.
actually got reported for branded content.
Because it's literally front and center Bucky.
But I never said anything
Could
about
you
it.
Imagine if Bucky's had like organized the volcano too.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
Big Bucky.
No, and what's
Big
funny,
Bucky's behind this.
big bucks
People
back.
hitting the volcano to erupt.
No, I actually was like, I wasn't intentionally having the beaver be visible throughout the day, but I was so hot leaving that I was like, I'm not putting the sweatshirt on top of this wet
Right.
t-shirt. It
We're
just so
trying to
happened to be
hurry.
the shirt, yeah, that I was wearing.
So got hella responses about that.
Y'all gotta grow up, bro.
Never.
Terrible.
It's not as bad as.
As the other day in the cafe.
That was terrible. Angie was in a t-shirt that had a beaver on the back of it.
And I was gonna like act like I was headed.
And I said, oh, we're just scratching your beaver.
One of my
And then-
knitting ladies is behind us and just erupted.
Which I think made it worse.
Erupted, Angie? Did she erupt?
I wasn't even trying.
That was a good one.
So insensitive to our trauma.
Well, that's what we
You know what?
actually love here.
That's
we
true.
love chatting about it.
Yeah.
Oh, we
about
get
trauma.
better.
Was it? But I mean, to be real, I obviously it was very scary.
It was very
Do
scary.
you feel like it was just adrenaline rush, or the next day were you kind of like, oh crap, like that could have been so bad?
Do you want to know
Could've
something
been
really
real
bad?
bad.
Yes.
We went to the ice cave that then collapsed.
God.
You?
Maybe we don't want to be on a.
Maybe you don't go back to
Oh
Iceland.
my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
And my friends were actually in the ice cave 15 minutes before.
Okay, but how were you feeling? Like,
I was
did you wake
feeling-
up scared? Obviously, adrenaline rush. Like, how was the feeling afterwards when you realized, like, that could have gone bad?
It could have gone really bad. But I also felt like they were communicating clearly. Like it was,
They were very calm.
they were very calm.
Okay.
They weren't screaming, like ripping people out of the pool.
If
They
it
were
had
like,
been America,
they were
it would have been a lot
firm.
more chaotic.
right. They were firm, but they weren't in a panic.
Okay.
I feel like if the Blue Lagoon workers were crying, screaming, it would have been much more
Okay.
hectic. But I still feel like, no, that was justified. We don't have volcano eruptions.
Yeah.
We had just
No.
watched that documentary.
Yeah.
Well, and again, like after then leaving the parking lot, like we were in the van and we,
You could see it.
yeah, I mean, I turned around. I was the first person to just kind of turn around and look, and I let out a big out, holy shit. I was like, I can't believe that this is like erupting because I could see it.
So you could see it from the parking lot as you drove away?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
I can see it the whole drive.
Yeah, Andrew was
Yeah.
the first one because he turned around. I don't know if he was just adjusting something, but then he was like, "Oh my god!" And we like whipped around, and you could see literally, but just bright orange, and
It was
then it made the
gorgeous.
sky
It was
so
beautiful.
pretty. But then, like the further you went around the mountain, you could see
How
just
big it was.
the volcano.
And,
Like,
like,
you could see how long it was.
I
Like
had
a wall
Joe-
of fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had Joe stop and like I was like, Joe, can I take some pictures? And so like he like stopped and like flung open the back doors of the van, and I was like shooting out of the back of the van, like trying to take pictures.
It was intense.
It was really cool. And then when we got back, like I was so stoked
Such
because
different reactions.
I was so excited because it was like, and I said it before, like that was a childhood dream for me, like to see an erupting volcano. Like that was something I always big bucket list for me, so that was really cool. But then like taking pictures and then being able to document it the way we did, because as soon as we got back, I then made Allie's video and then we released that one, and then the photos like immediately, and so it was like we were able to just turn it around really fast. And like as a creator, that was something that was like, this is like a dream come true. Not only to do it, but then to be able to like report on it and
Yeah,
like
that's
document
cool.
it, like
Yeah.
that. The whole thing was like awesome. So it was like really hard for me to go to sleep that night actually, because I was very excited.
I was exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
But I also didn't get back to the ship until midnight, so.
How are you feeling about like a week out after? Still like
Has it
so
been a week?
crazy? It's gotta be at least a week.
At
right?
least a week.
That was 3
Because we went
months
to
ago.
Greenland and had a few
It feels like
days and-
decades.
Okay, so a week to a week and a half ago. How's that Like, is it just still like nuts to be like, wow, that really
I
happened?
think I'll probably honestly only ever bring it up and like put a finger down.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're not gonna lead with it, like as a fun
No.
fact. Fun fact about
No.
We
It's
made
not
our-
gonna be in my Tinder bio.
Yeah, we made it our personality for maybe, 3 days, guys?
an adequate
Good for-
amount.
yeah,
And
yeah,
then
Appropriate
an
amount.
Like,
appropriate
it's
amount.
definitely fizzled for sure.
Demure.
A very,
Very
mindful
mindful,
way.
very
We were
demure.
very mindful to
Very
not
cutesy.
make
But
that our
I will
only...
say, I've even had 2 people today on board that have been like, hey, I was like, my daughter called me and was like, hey, do you know this guy? I saw his video about the volcano. That's so crazy. So, like, I've had a couple of people come up and just been like, hey, like, that's so cool, or congrats on the views, or something like that. Like, we've had a lot of comments about it, which has been something we haven't had on board the entire time, actually,
Yeah.
which has been really interesting.
Well, and then we got, a lot of media requests from
A
it.
lot, yeah.
So that was just, made it feel more surreal. So it was just really, we just keep being like, what a weird
No, yeah, it was
thing.
It was truly like a 15 minutes of fame. Like, it's like you got just hot for 1 second, and then that's it. It's not even meme worthy.
Right.
It's just we did the whole local news, a radio station, very
The guy in the
low-key
Buc-ee's
stuff.
t-shirt that was at the volcano.
Yeah.
That's you.
I'll make you into
It's
a
just
meme.
I was gonna say, I feel like
Flinging
you
this
could.
around a lot.
All right. Any closing thoughts on our breaking news podcast about
Yes.
the volcano?
People
Last thoughts.
online love to have an opinion about how they would react in situations. And you don't know until you're in that situation. So it's just really
And good on
bothersome.
Lurb for making a clap bag video.
Yeah, good on Lurb for
My
making a
very-
clap back.
What I felt was mean, and everyone else going, "Oh, this is mean."
No, well,
was
somebody was
great.
even on her page being like, you're acting so American.
I am
I
American.
am, bro. I can't change that.
I have
Someone
never
did say
experienced
only
that.
British tourists would act like this.
And you're like, yes, I
Interesting.
am.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was an emergency, legitimately. It was stressful, it was scary, but we also had time. If the lava was right next to Andrew's foot, would he have stopped to make a video?
Maybe.
Maybe, actually. But,
My camera was already rolling.
see?
I would have probably already been rolling. To be
So
honest.
people just were being kind of turds about it, but
Well, and my favorite clapback is someone was like, "Oh no, it's so hard to hold a phone and run away."
yeah,
It
like-
is.
it's
just-
not.
You could have tried.
It's not I was
No,
being
people,
sarcastic.
they were
no, they
saying,
were saying oh, it's so hard to multitask these days. I literally, as we're running back
they
to
were
the car,
in
I'm
support,
like,
yeah. Being like, it's not that
Oh.
hard. You can
Oh,
run and
okay,
hold a
okay.
phone.
Oh, I
That's not
can't.
impossible. Okay, well,
I also
well,
can't
guys,
run.
you really
so.
deflated that one.
Well, I thought you meant the opposite. People were saying I don't know.
no.
they
What
were
I'm
trying to
saying
get
is
at you.
someone was coming at someone in our comments
Yeah,
saying
no,
that.
now I understand.
Yeah,
It was
somebody was
the
like,
other way before.
better make a video first. And people were like, he had to wait on his wife to change. You wanted him to leave me? Not happening. 2, we had
Stop
time.
it.
It
Yeah,
wasn't.
no. I'm just saying we appreciate
You
our
survived.
shooters out
Yeah,
there.
we got shooters.
Any other lasting thoughts? Closing thoughts on our emergency episode.
I will go back to Iceland.
Can't wait.
Oh,
It was a beautiful
100%.
country. Can't wait to go again.
I'd go back to the Blue Lagoon.
I would like to go. We were supposed to go
I
the
want to go
next
to the
day.
Sky Lagoon.
That's so sad.
It looked so pretty.
Yeah, I'm down for Sky Lagoon
Yeah.
too.
I will be at the Blue Lagoon. They will be at Sky Lagoon. It'll probably rep there. They'll have more videos. It'll be me sad.
Your
at the Blue
German
Lagoon.
magazine would love that.
We're not going to talk about that part. We will. As I move a sweaty strand of hair off my face.
Oh my.
Okay, can we be done? Because I have to pee,
Yep.
though.
Yeah.
Break.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the emergency episode
Emergency.
of Put It On the
Dr.
Agenda.
B.